last step to get into the product and start using it, let's activate the root of trust here to enable that authentication so we can perform those SO functions using the crypto command center console. So we need to put the label. This is the partition label that we've had defined. I have SSH session set up separately just for tracking what we do have. Remember, the partition name does not always have to be the label, so check what the label is defined, whether in LunaCM or in Luna Shell. And we need the crypto officer password that's going to be used to create these keys for the first time. And there's the remember credential option. This is where you can cache them. So in case there is a network outage, it will cache them and store it securely and encrypted. And when you do require, you regain network access, meaning the CCC server to the HSM, it will automatically log in again. So you don't have to manually go into here and click activate and enter your credentials. So I will do that and click activate. And assuming I put in the right crypto officer password and I have a connection, this should work. And it has been activated successfully. And it's going to ask you immediately, hey, you need to upload an application license file that we also continue using. I'm not going to do that yet because I want to show you what do we have going on back on our server. So if I check, let's make sure we can still see the slot. If I go do a role login as the crypto officer, I should see 4 keys created. And there it is. So that's our main private key that's actually used for the HA indirect login. These 2 are for user authentication by Keycloak, and then this is storing admin appliance admin credentials securely in the CCC database. So we know now, finally, that this is set up and ready to go. And the only last step we really have is to install the license. So I'll go to licenses. I'm going to upload my license that I pulled down from the freemium package, which is that .text file. And if I open it, it should pull up the type of license it is, including the entitlements. So let's install that license. And now we have configured it. So we have a freemium license that you can do provisioning and monitoring up to 20 partitions, which I think is more than enough for if you're doing a POC and demoing. And you'll see the activation date. In this case, it's an old license. And this is the same process if you have a premium one. It'll look a little bit different, the type, but the process is exactly the same. And now, what do we have different? Because we activated CCC, now I can actually start adding devices, right? I can start adding users. I can start using the product. So now, going forward, the product is configured, it is set up, and we can start getting into the real purpose of it, which is managing HSMs in an environment.